Hello students, welcome back. Today we are going to study another very interesting and important topic. The name of the topic is transitive and intransitive verb. In order to understand this topic, you should be thorough with your verbs as well as tenses. Have attached the link on tenses in the box given below. So let us begin. Let us first understand the role of a verb. As mentioned several times in my previous videos, the role a verb plays in a sentence and why you should be thorough in it. Of course, I shall be making a video soon on it. Verb. A word which is used to indicate an action, a state of being or possession is called a verb. Let us see the example. He dances. Dances is an action word. He is sleeping. Is sleeping is a state of being. What is he doing? He is sleeping. Third one, he has a car. Has shows a possession. So a verb shows what? An action, a state of being and possession. A verb can be described as transitive or intransitive based on whether it requires an object to express a complete thought or not. You will understand this when we proceed ahead with the chapter. What is a transitive verb? Transitive verb is a verb that denotes an action which passes over from the subject or the doer to something or somebody else which is an object. Example, she ate an apple. Or a verb that takes an object after it is called a transitive verb. Example, the policeman arrested the thief. Transitive means passing over or transfer in simple words. When an action passes from the subject to the object, it is transitive. For example, I teach students English. Here, I is the subject and students is the object. Teach whom? Students. There is one more object, that is English, but we will talk about it in detail when we learn ditransitive verb. What is intransitive verb? Intransitive verb is a verb that denotes a state or an action that is complete in itself. It does not pass over to an object. Example, the boy sleeps. Or a verb that does not take an object after it is called an intransitive verb. Example, the bell rings. Intransitive means not passing over or there is no transfer. So in intransitive, what do we observe? We observe that the verb doesn't need an object as the verb is complete in itself. And most important thing, as the verb is complete in itself, it doesn't require an object and hence it is an intransitive verb. Please make a note. To find whether a verb is transitive or intransitive, ask a question whom or what to the verb. If you get an object as answer, it is a transitive verb. Let us see an example. He eats an apple. Eats what? An apple. So, when we ask the question to the verb what, eats what, we get the object as the answer, which is an apple. And children, if you pay attention, here we are talking about sentences. So please go through the video made on sentences. Let us see another example. Mohan killed Sohan. Killed is the verb. So ask a question whom. killed whom? Sohan. Yes, so we got the object as Soham. So what did we do? We use what for things and whom for living beings. Let us see what is this verbs of incomplete predication. A verb which requires the help of some other word to complete its meaning is known as a verb of incomplete predication, which means it requires a complement. What does complement means? It needs something to make the sentence clear. Otherwise, we have questions: who, what. Okay, so what do this do? This complement, what do they provide? They provide us with complete answer. Let us see the example. He is a doctor. So if I say he is, you ask what? Who is he? So we have a question mark, but what answer we get? Doctor. Okay, it is a noun. Next one, they made him king. They made him what? We need more information. So when we write king, we get complete answer. So in about two example, what do we see? When we add a word to the sentence, it gives us a complete picture as to what we want to say. So in the above two examples, what did we observe? The words highlighted provide more information either about the subject or about the object. We will learn about it soon in detail. Let us see subject complement. What is this subject complement? The word or group of words which some intransitive verbs require a subject to make the predication complete. It's called a subject complement. What does that mean? That means we require some more information which is about the subject. It is a complement. Okay, and why it is mentioned the intransitive? Because the verb used is intransitive. There is no action which is passing over. Fine, but the word which is used after the verb is providing information about the subject. Fine, let us see two examples. Tom became rich. Now became what? We are not getting any answer. Became rich. Okay, so rich is the noun. He seems tired. Seems what? No answer. But seems how tired? Here seems tired is again adverb of manner. Now let us see. So in the above two example, what did we observe? The words highlighted provide more information about the subject. Who is rich? Tom. Who is tired? He. See the way I framed the question. I used who. And who will always tell us about the subject. And most importantly, both the verbs which are used here are intransitive. Became, Tom became. We need more information. Tom what? He seems what? We are not getting any answer. Fine. So we add a subject. That is, we add a complement so that the sentence is complete. What is this object complement? A word or group of words which some transitive verbs, even after taking an object, require another object to make the predication complete is called object complement. What does, in a simple term, it means? There is an object, but even though there is an object, we need another object to make the sentence meaningful. Let us see two examples. Tom painted the house green. Tom painted what? The house. We have the subject, but now painted, then you need to tell the paint which was used to paint the house. So we have given another object, and that is green. So the house was painted in what color? Green color. Next one, he got the house repaired. Got what? The house. But what? Repaired. So he got the house. What did he do with the house? He got it repaired. So green and repaired, both the words which are highlighted and underlined are the objects of the house in both the sentences. In the first one, the house was painted in green color, and in the second one, he got the house repaired. Okay, so what did I do? Here in this particular sentence, I use the word what. And when I use the question word what, ask the question, by asking the question to the verb what, we got the answer as the object. Okay, so whenever we ask a question to the verb as what, we will always get the answer as the object. Let us understand ditransitive verbs. What are these ditransitive verbs? Ditransitive verb is that verb which takes two objects. That is, in a sentence there are two objects, a direct object and an indirect object. What does die mean? It means two. Here in the following sentence you will find two objects. One is a direct and the other indirect. How to identify which one is direct and which one is indirect? It is very simple. Ask a question to the verb what or whom, and you get the answer as the object. Let us see. First example, I gave him a watch yesterday. Gave whom? Him. What? A watch. So we have two objects, him and a watch. Second one, grandmother told me a story. Told whom? Me. What? A story. Now we need to understand which is to be considered as a direct object and which to be indirect object. Now let us see. A watch can be given. Yes, you cannot be given to a watch. So watch is the direct object, him is the indirect object. Similarly, in the second one, you cannot be told to the story, but a story can be told to you, and hence story is the direct object and me is the indirect object. Are you getting me? Let us see what are these ergative verbs. Ergative verbs are those verbs which transitively, that is where there is a transfer of action, that is you require an object, and the places where you do not require an object, that is there is no transfer of action. There are many verbs that can be classified as both transitive and intransitive depending on how they are used in a sentence. What does that mean? It means that there are many verbs which can be used transitively and intransitively. Let us see the example. He walked his dog. Walked whom? A dog. So walked is transitive in this sentence. But in the second one, the action doesn't pass on to the object. Hence, it is intransitive. That is, he walked slowly. Walked what? No answer. Walked how? Slowly. So slowly here is an adverb of manner. It is not an object. So walked itself is complete. In the second sentence, he walked slowly. Here walked, which is intransitive verb, is complete in itself. Fine. Let us take one more example. Birds fly. Now fly is a verb. It ends over here, that is birds fly. Here the verb fly is complete in itself and hence fly is intransitive. He flies an aeroplane. Here flies what? An aeroplane. Hence here the verb flies is a transitive verb. Are you getting it? Now this chapter is very important because next chapter that we are going to study, that is active and passive voice. For that particular chapter, you should be able to know transitive and intransitive verbs thoroughly. Okay, so the next video that will be uploaded is active and passive voice. So don't forget to click on the like and the share button, and please do comment if you have doubt. Bye bye. See you.